When it comes to warnings, they're an opportunity to intercept a crisis, and they're a blessing. But so often we can allow a warning to bruise our ego, see it as a punishment and rebel. So in today's word vitamin, I've just got 7 little dot points for you to do a little bit of an emotional fitness check-in if you feel like it. Because the older we get, we need to keep maturing and becoming better versions of ourselves with each decade. So we get homework or assignments when the upgrade is due to be installed. So I just know myself, whenever I get a speeding fine or that adrenaline when I know I went through a yellow light and I saw a police car, I see that as a warning when I got away with it to slow down. And often I just need reminders, I need a tap to slow down. And sometimes I get the ticket. So rushing, many of us just forget to go at our own pace and breathe. We just get so in our head and in our ego. Health warnings are another kind of warning that we get. Too much booze, too much drugs, especially in your 3rd, 4th and 5th decade and beyond, becomes boring. In our rite of passage between 15 and 25, even then, people that are drink and drug too much are just dull, they're disconnected. And the disconnected people generally have to hang out with disconnected people in order to have a connection and have something in common. So drugs and alcohol and food, health warnings around being underweight, being overweight, high cholesterol, blood pressure, all those kinds of things. We often get little warnings to slow it down, improve our diet, get more sleep, pull back on sugar, pull back on alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, those kinds of things. We either listen or ignore that. For those that are new to my blog, I got clean and sober when I was 33, nearly 20 years ago now. And, my liver was stuffed at 33 years of age. My liver was the age of a 50-year-old woman then, and now my liver's the age of a younger woman, which is kind of great. The next one is we get warnings when aggression is showing up in our lives. If anyone's pushing you or there's potential violence, or you find yourself becoming outraged and wanting to push, wanting to shove, wanting to throw things, that's often an indicator that we've got some anger homework to do. We're not asserting ourselves, we're getting aggressive. And then the opposite is often an issue when we're becoming too submissive. People get disrespectful. If you're noticing people are walking all over you or not valuing your worth, dismissing you, there's obviously some work to do sometimes around speaking up and standing up for yourself. Calm assertion. Passion in our love life, passion in our work and what gives our life meaning. If we're feeling a bit sort of wandering around, wondering what it all means, we will need to do some work. That's a warning that you need to do some work on realigning, your passion and where your heart's at, to come back home to your heart. Finances, sometimes we get warnings when, reminders from debt collectors or credit card people to live within our means. It's always something that we need to just make sure that we don't have more going out than what's coming in. So today's warnings are an opportunity to go through, if you've got a chance to read, and have a look at those 7 dot points and just see if there's any tweaking that you need to do. If the universe is giving you gentle reminders and you're not listening, you're hitting the snooze button, and you snooze, you lose. We've all got to keep upgrading and keep revising and becoming better versions of ourselves if we want a better quality of life. If we don't, our quality of life will regress in all of those areas. So at the end of the day, when it comes to warnings, we can either be a shining example or a bloody good warning. Both are useful, but for most of us, our preference is to be a shining example. Anyway, we're all a work in progress. It's just food for thought today. Mwah! Lots of love. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.